Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, part 10 of lesson 29. Continuing from where we left off. Kaida wa akidu. So now what happened, because I stopped here, then this will turn into a maddul asli, because I took away one zabar and I stretched it for one alif, right? And after this letter mad, meaning alif with a zabar before it, there are no hamza, sukun or tashdid or no mad symbols on top, so I stretch it for one alif. So kaida wa akidu. Now if I don't want to stop here, it'll be like this. Kaidan wa akidu. So what happens is that after tanween, there is a waw, and waw is one of the letters of idgham. So I make a nasal sound and also give a little sound of waw at the end. So kaidan wa akidu. So that's the difference between stopping and not stopping. If I stop here, then this will turn into a maddul asli, and if I don't stop here, then this will be idgham. Next example. So let me just make a line right here. Fil uqad wat-tin. So since I stop here, then that'll get a sukun and you make qalqala. Wat-tin. So hold on to the top because of tashdid, and this will be maddul arid waqfi, because after the letters of mad, meaning this ya sakin with the zabar before it, there's a temporary sukun. So you'll stretch it 3 or 5 alifs. So let's read the other way without stopping. Fil uqadi wat-tin. Fil uqadi wat-tin. So make sure you don't drag the dal. Fil uqadi wat-tin. Mat-tariq. So after mim, there's an alif, another alif, a lam. So these 3 letters, they don't have anything. But ta has a tashdid. So the harkat letter, which is the mim, joins to the tashdid letter, which is the ta. Right? So mat-tariq. And wa has a zer. So you have to read it with the empty mouth. And since we're stopping here, so qaf gets a sukun. So you have to make qalqala. Mat-tariq. Mat-tariq. Now since we stop here, so we'll give a zabar to the alif, and alif will turn into a hamza. Now there's one general rule, is that whenever an ayah starts off with the alif and a lam, the general rule is that whenever an ayah starts off with the alif and a lam, the alif will always get a zabar. It will get a zabar, and it will turn into a hamza. So this hamza will join to the noon. So an-najmuth, an-najmuth thaqib, an-najmuth. So jim has a sukun, you have to make qalqala, hold on to the tha. An-najmuth thaqib. So we stopped here, so ba gets a temporary sukun. But now if I don't want to stop here, then you'll read like this. Mat-tariqun. So what happened is this qaf joined directly to the noon, because since I'm not stopping here, the alif and lam, they do not have anything. So the harkat letter, which is the qaf, joins to the tashdid letter, which is the noon. Mat-tariqun. Mat-tariqun najmuth thaqib. And make qalqala on the ba. So understand the difference between stopping and not stopping over here. That if I stop here, then you give a sukun to the qaf, and you give a zabar to the alif, and this alif will turn to a hamza and join with the noon. And if I don't stop here, then the qaf will join directly to the noon. So mat-tariqun najmuth thaqib. Pronounce the qaf with the full mouth and qalqala on the ba. Next example. Now when you see 2 sets of 3 dots, one here and one over here, then this means that whatever you do at the first set of 3 dots, you have to do the opposite in the second 3 dots. So what it means is that if you stop here, then you are not allowed to stop here. And if you don't stop here, if you If you don't stop here, then that means you have to stop here. So whatever you do over here, you have to do the opposite over here. So let's read both ways. Amr. So I stopped here. Amr. Now when you say this, make sure no qalqala on the meme and give a little bit of ra at the end. Amr. Salamun. So since I stopped here, I'm not allowed to stop here. So the meme retains its tanween. Salamun. Amr. Salamun. Now let's read the other way. Amrin salam. So what happened? Since I did not stop here, then I have to make ikhfa. So, meaning after tanween, there's a sin, and sin was one of the letters of ikhfa, so I have to make ikhfa over here. So amrin salam. And since I stopped here, what happened is that this will qari zabar will turn into maddul arid waqfi, meaning that qari zabar, we all know that qari zabar is just like a alif with a zabar before it. So and that's one of the letters of mad. So after the letters of mad, if you get a temporary sukoon, you stretch it for 3 or 5 alifs. Salam, salam. So again, amrin salam. So understand the difference? That if you stop here, then you're not allowed to stop here, and if you don't stop here, then you have to stop here. So when you stop here, you have to give a temporary sukoon to the ra, and if you don't stop here, then you have to make ikhfa over here. And over here, if you stop here, then this qari zabar will turn into maddul arid waqfi. You stretch it 3 or 5 alifs. And if you don't stop here, then this qari zabar will be stretched 1 alif. It will be a maddul asli. Salam, salamun, salamun. So let me read both ways again. Amr, salamun. Amrin salam. Wa salamun alal. So after tanween, there is a ayn. So that the ayn is one of the letters of idhar, so no gunna. Wa salamun alal mursalin. So ra sakin with the pesh before it, it'll be a full mouth. Mursalin. And this is maddul arid waqfi, because after ya sakin with the zero before it, there's a temporary sukoon. So you stretch it 3 or 5 alifs. Wa salamun alal mursalin. Walhamdu. Pronounce the ha properly. Lillahi. Before the name of Allah, there's a zer, so empty mouth. Walhamdulillahi. Make sure you don't drag the dal. Walhamdulillahi rabbil. Hold on to the ba. Rabb, raw full mouth. Rabbil alameen. Pronounce the ayn properly. Rabbil alameen. And after the ya sakin with the zaba before it, there is a temporary sukoon. So you have to stretch it 3 or 5 alif. So again, walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. So next lesson will be huruf al-muqatta'at.